What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Tech Unlocked podcast, the podcast where we unlock the latest news, leaks, rumors, and more in the world of tech. I'm one of your hosts, Benji from BenObi Tech, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Taylor from TA Tech. Taylor, how's it going, man?
Going great, man. Going great. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. So for all of those listening, we didn't upload an episode last week. We recorded one, but because I procrastinated and had a lot of other stuff to do, we were not able to publish that episode. So that's going into the lost episodes of the Tech Unlocked podcast. So this is going to be episode 6, even though we already recorded an episode 6. Last episode was actually even pretty good, but it's irrelevant now to post. So we thought might as well just do another episode and share some fresh stuff.
Exactly.
Would you agree with that?
Definitely, man. No, and things happen, so, but at least we're here, and we have some great topics to talk about. Where shall we begin? That's the question.
Well, I guess we could begin from the top of the list and work our way down. So we're going to talk a lot about Apple for the next, I don't know how long it's going to take, but for the next little while, we're going to be talking about Apple, and then the rest of it will be about Samsung and Google and even Gucci/Xbox. So we've got quite a few interesting things to talk about. We're going to be talking a little bit about VR headsets and Apple coming out with VR headsets, Apple fixing repair stuff, and even Taylor's experience with trying some new Apple products that he hasn't tried yet, that he tried at Best Buy the other day. So I guess we could start from the top with Apple's VR headset apparently costing $2,000. I haven't really looked much into the news article or anything, so you probably know more than me, and I think you made a video about it as well, which I have yet to watch. But what are your thoughts and impressions on this price for the Apple AR headset?
I mean, to be honest with you, it's Apple. They have, a lot of their products are, very expensive. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of them. I mean, you're putting, iOS or whatever it is that they're going to call it into a virtual augmented reality headset, so obviously it's going to be costing a lot, and not to mention, we don't even know exactly what material they're going to be using, but that goes into it too. So if they're going to be using an expensive kind of material, so that obviously is going to add more to it, So I definitely think it's justified. I mean, I haven't seen, I even put it into my own video, as you said, there's no real image of it, but from what I could tell, it does look like a hefty thing, and it does look like, a very expensive thing, but that's just Apple. All things are expensive when it comes to Apple, so.
Yeah, and honestly, this kind of price doesn't surprise me. I think it's quite reasonable for what they're going to be offering, because they're offering this mixed reality headset, which is going to be like a virtual/AR augmented reality headset, and they'll have to build like a whole new OS for it. It's a first generation product as well, so of course it's going to be more expensive. Even the original iPhone was more expensive than some of the next iPhones they released. So I think it's reasonable. Through $2,000. We've also been hearing $3,000 from some other sources, but Mark Gurman, who has like an 87% accurate track record, he's saying that it's going to be around $2,000. And this is because, I think it's great that Apple is releasing this. I think probably next year, I think is what some people were saying. So it's great that they're releasing this very soon, because Meta is also creating their own, Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call them now. They're really getting into the metaverse and like making like kind of merging the digital and world with the real world, and I think that's great. And I think it's great that Apple's also coming into this, even though it's gonna be like a very expensive headset. But I mean, whoever's gonna buy it, whether it's 1,000 or 2,000, they're still gonna buy it.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people who buy it. I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of people in the Apple ecosystem that is waiting for this. Apple. There's Apple fanboys and fangirls everywhere. So, you know, I'm just wondering, do you think that they'll put like a monthly pricing onto this, or I mean, they usually do. What's your
I think just with, I think with any product, they do have like a finance option. So I'm pretty sure they'll do it the same as well. But I think maybe it would be interesting to see if they would do like a contract type thing. It depends if you can. Because I think the way it's gonna work is it's gonna connect to your iPhone. It's gonna be like the Apple Watch was at the start, very, um, like it relies heavily on the iPhone. Like now the Apple Watch has cellular and you can go around with it without your iPhone. Of course, with like killing your battery life at the same time, but that's besides the point. But I think it's gonna be the same thing. Like you're gonna buy this AR headset and you're gonna have to have your phone on you, or maybe even your Apple Watch, maybe even just your Apple Watch. So I don't think they're gonna. I think Apple will definitely like offer a finance option just like they do with any other product over a certain amount of money, but um, I don't think they're gonna have like a contract type thing or even an upgrade program, at least just yet.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. But I mean, again, I stated this in my video. I'll probably not buy this, but I would love to go to the Apple Store and play around with it. I even said when I was at Best Buy yesterday with my friend, I was like, listen, when those AR headsets come out, I really really want to come back here or even to the Apple Store and make a video on it. Like, it would be so dope.
Yeah, and I hope they make it comfortable as well, because like some of the renders we've seen, it looks like it's gonna have kind of like a sport band kind of thing that goes behind your head. I hope they're gonna be like just normal glasses, like you could just put them on like you would normal glasses, because those are more comfortable than putting something like all around your head.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, I quickly want to talk about my experience. Like we were talking about, going to Best Buy yesterday, dude. I completely agree with you when it comes to AirPods Max. Holy crap, dude! They are so comfortable. I I couldn't get anything to play on it, but I saw that and I'm just like, I had to try them on, and they're so good. They are so good. I re-
Yeah,
listen. If
next time you go, you need to try to play something, because that's where, like, yes, they're comfortable, but they
I
sound
didn't know
absolutely
how like
insane.
they didn't have anything um like to play or anything. They didn't have like a
Was it just they just had the headphones there,
yeah yeah
just not plugged into anything? That's kind of strange.
yeah yeah. I thought so too. I'm like, I thought I could hear something, and that's why I tried them on. And then I was like clicking buttons and stuff, and nothing was happening. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Um, and then we had gone to see the 27-inch iMac, and there was like employees looking at us like we had five heads, like we were doing something wrong or whatever. I'm like, dude, we're not gonna, you know, destroy the place. We're just looking around, like. So like I was almost gonna record, but then I saw employees like looking at us, and we're like, yeah, let's just get out of here. But I
Yeah,
saw the
when the
iPad.
employees start looking at you, it's kind of dodgy.
Yeah, exactly. But I saw the iPad Mini as well, and dude, I want that thing so bad. Like, it's not even funny. I think it would be the most perfect iPad, um, for anybody who doesn't want like the Pro versions, that doesn't want to spend that money. I think that the iPad Mini, size wise is incredible, and power wise. I mean, honestly, it has one of the most efficient chips on it. It's fast for what it is. So I didn't really see anything wrong with it. And going back to like the Jellygate stuff, again, I played around with it, didn't really notice anything. I think, and we talked about this by text message, but I think that people blew it out of proportion to say the least about this whole Jellygate thing. I don't know. I mean, and I know that a lot of people have different experiences and stuff, but still, I, for me, I think it was blown out of proportion.
Yeah, like I didn't really see when I tried the iPad Mini a couple weeks ago when I went to the Apple Store. I didn't exactly try to see if Jellygate was a thing. But yeah, I completely agree. Like it's a thing that was just blown out of proportion. Like a lot of people they returned their iPad Mini because they're like, oh, this is a big problem. It's not. People are literally overreacting over this tiny little issue that nobody cares about really, apart from the salty Android people that are like, oh, this is not supposed to happen on a tablet, and you're like, shut up, your tablets suck anyway. Um,
I
so
mean, I think that a lot of people are just used to now seeing 120 hertz on everything. That when they see something, worse, so to say, they freak out. So sorry, but like this is a more cheaper iPad. You're not gonna get 120 hertz for what is it, 499, 399, whatever it is.
yeah, I think maybe in the future, I don't think we're gonna get 120 hertz anytime soon, but we might see 90 hertz maybe for the next iPad Mini. I think it would be nice if Apple kind of upped from 60 hertz on like the base model products, and they just put like 90 hertz. It's not 120 hertz, but it's not 60 hertz either. So I think it will make things
Exactly.
nicer. But
Yeah,
still, like
exactly.
Jellygate is a thing that happens on it happens on older iPads as well, and even some Android phones that have 60 hertz. So it's Apple even said themselves that it's a problem. That's like it's not exactly a problem. It's a I guess not exactly a feature either. But
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
it's an LCD. It's 60 hertz. It's normal.
Yeah. So, everybody who said that, relax. Deal with it. Exactly. Exactly.
So is there anything else
Um,
you wanted to talk about your trip to Best Buy? Anything else you saw that you wanted to talk about?
Not really. I mean, I did see the new AirPods 3. Um, yeah, if I was still an AirPods person, those would not fit in my ears. I'm just saying. Like, I just saw those. I didn't try them on or anything, but just seeing them, I could already tell. I'm like, yeah, I'd have too many problems. I'd probably lose one. I'm all set. Good luck to those who bought them and have them and love them. But for me, yeah, no.
Nah.
I'm all set. That's about it, man. I mean, I wasn't in Best Buy for too long. I just wanted to try to get an idea for Christmas, if I wanted anything special. And I wasn't gonna get anything special, but I'm like, I need this iPad. I mean, I have the sixth generation iPad, so
Yeah,
I need an upgrade.
it will be a nice upgrade. I was also thinking of getting an iPad Mini. But then I kind of like looked at prices of, like even the previous generation iPad, the one that doesn't have the M1, the one before that, and like it's only slightly more expensive. And I think for what I would need it for, I think having a bigger tablet would be a good idea. As something that's kind of like in between, like iPad Mini size and MacBook size. But we'll see. I need the money for it first, but. I think either the iPad Mini or an older iPad Pro is I think what I'm gonna go with, for whenever I get an iPad. But I guess moving on to the next thing we wanted to talk a little bit about, So a couple of weeks ago, well, not a couple of weeks ago, when Apple released the new iPhones, the iPhone 13 lineup, apparently when you went to a third party repair shop to get the screen repaired, Face ID would basically break and it wouldn't work. Um, Nobody really could understand why exactly it happened. But even if they use a genuine screen, like it wouldn't work. But now Apple has kind of backed off that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be releasing a software update soon that fixes that." So they haven't specified when they're gonna release this software update. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be in a month, it could be in 6 months, it could be in a year, it could be even longer. But they said they're gonna fix it eventually. So, so then like third party repair shops can actually fix the screens. 'Cause I think it's kind of cheeky that Apple's like, "Oh yeah, we're the only ones who can fix this screen." And then you're like, oh, okay, fine. How much is it gonna cost to fix the screen? And they're like, $300. And you're like, okay, it's expensive. I don't know. I don't think it's about that expensive, but still, it's kind of dumb that Apple restricts that. Like people can't fix their own screens and stuff like that without breaking Face ID. So I think it's good that there's a software update on the way that's gonna fix this, because it's kind of a bit extreme, Apple, honestly.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I even I've gone in with older products to like third parties, and I come out with even more problems. So, I don't know if it's like an Apple problem or what it is, but yeah, they need to do something, because honestly, not everybody's gonna want to go to Apple to fix a mini issue. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because I
you
mean,
know, this.
I think as I was reading this article a little bit more, it talks about how it is kind of possible to for a third party to repair it, but it costs more, and it's more of a challenge because they also have to like replace. They have to move a microcontroller or something, and like I've fixed iPhones before, and like moving like tiny little chips and stuff like that is very tedious. So I think it's good that Apple's making it easier for them, at least. One of the short list of good things Apple has done for their customers to make
Yeah,
life easier.
a
Make life
very
cheaper.
very short list. Yeah, yeah. And while you're at it, make your products cheaper as well, please.
I don't think Tim Cook's probably gonna listen to this and be like, nah. We
Yeah,
need
exactly.
I need more money before I retire.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's all of it. That's all that these companies want. It's like, what the heck, man?
But anyway, I guess going on about iPhones a little bit, kind of segueing into the next thing, we have some crazy person decided to take an iPhone 10, it's like an old iPhone, uh, add USB-C to it successfully somehow. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he did. And he sold it on eBay. He sold it on eBay for $85,000.
That's insane. That.
Let me repeat this for the ones in the back. An iPhone 10, that's a few years old, which a guy took apart and changed the port and made it USB-C and sold it to someone who paid him $85,000. Why? Who? Like what? It's just confusing. Why would you spend that much on an iPhone, first of all?
Yeah.
Second of all, is USB-C really that like necessary on an iPhone? Like I rarely plug my phone in. I just throw it on a wireless charger all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That.
And if you really want to charge your phone via USB-C, you can get an external MagSafe power bank, and then just there you go. You can now plug it into USB-C.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
That's just insane.
$85,000 though,
Man,
and somebody paid it.
I wish I had that kind of money.
Who has the money to spend that much on an iPhone? Oh, and also just another little detail: you can't update the phone. You can't use the phone as your main phone. And what was the other thing? there are like three specific instructions that you had to follow if you bought this phone. So like the person who paid $85,000 with it can literally just use it as a paperweight at this point. Oh, there we go. They can't even update the device. That was the third thing. But seriously, if I spend $85,000 on a phone, it better like mow my lawn by itself.
Exactly. Like turn itself to a robot and do your chores for you or something. Like that's just
Like not gonna lie though, that the guy that sold it is probably having a very nice holiday right now.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, like go on holiday, invest some of it in
He's
cryptocurrency as well. Just buy some Bitcoin.
yeah.
You're all set for
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And all you had to
yeah,
do was
for
like
sure.
spend a couple months of your time just replacing a charging port and trying to make it work.
Yeah. That's just insane. I'm sorry. I would never. I would never. Never mind selling an iPhone for that price, but buy. Yeah, no.
Like I think selling it for that much, it doesn't surprise me. It's the person who bought it that surprised me the most.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. I'm selling this for $300. Oh no, here's 85,000. Moving on. Before we get
Moving on to cheaper things.
But yeah, let's go on to cheaper.
Literally cheaper things. Galaxy S21 FE, the cheaper Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, moving on to another Galaxy
So-
with this. Uh,
So apparently, it's leaked again, just like anything else does. And the leak shows the device from more angles. Hooray!
yeah, exactly. Hooray.
The phone that I'm not gonna buy and that I don't care about, and the phone that's like over a year late now, almost. No, not over, but almost a
Yeah.
year late. And it's happening.
Yeah,
after all.
exactly. What?
I mean,
I thought they would go. I thought they would go right to the S22, but I guess I was wrong.
I think they're doing both, the S22 and the.
Together?
Yeah, I think they're. John Prosser said they're releasing the F21, the S21 FE, in like January, and then the S22 the month after. So basically, the FE lineup is kind of like the cheaper version. It's kind of like you have iPhone 13 and 13 Pro, and then here you have Galaxy FE and Galaxy S something. I think that's how it works. So
Okay, that's just weird.
I mean, I think the S21 FE is going to be a great phone, but I think the timing of the release is not very
Oh
good.
yeah, no.
Like this was supposed if they would have released this, it would have been good if they released it in like June or July, but they're releasing it like a year after they released the like the main flagship of this phone. They just call it S22
Exactly. Exactly.
at this point. Might as well. Anyway, so yeah, it's leaked even more. It's happening. It's gonna have like two sizes, I think, or one size. I don't know. 4,500 milliamp hour battery, supports 15-watt fast charging. And it's basically a bigger battery than the S21s. It's gonna have a Snapdragon 888 or an Exynos 2100, and you're gonna be able to get up to 12 gigabytes of RAM, and only 256 gigabytes of internal storage. Yeah, basically. So there you go. And it's gonna have a 64 megapixel sensor on the back and a 32 megapixel front selfie camera. So it's pretty good. Pretty good specs.
Yeah,
for,
that's not bad at all.
The budget friendly Galaxy S21. Also, the design doesn't look too bad, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't. I actually like this design a lot better. I thought that, what was it, last year's design with the camera bump and the actual, the rest of the phone being two separate colors was just really weird. I don't know if we're just not used to that on iPhone, but I just thought that was like really, really weird on some of Samsung phones.
I mean, Google's done it for well since the beginning.
Yeah,
So
true,
it's only
true.
and now Samsung's even gone even further with their Z Flip,
Let's not even go there, okay? I don't even want to. Shall
the
we,
bespoke
yeah,
edition.
shall we go back to that and say how boring that 20-minute event was?
Like, what even was that? Anyway,
Oh, man.
yeah. So I hope they don't have an event just for this. They're
I
like,
really hope not, dude.
today we're gonna announce the S21 FE. It's basically S21, but it's kind of like we've removed some features, and we released it a year later. Go buy this phone now, because we're definitely not releasing another one next month that's gonna be even better, and it's basically gonna be the flagship for this
And
one.
people will probably go for both. Let's just admit it now. There's gonna be a lot.
I mean, I think this phone is also for a different market. It's kind of like for the people who are like, no, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a phone. I want to spend like 500 or 600.
Yeah, true. That's true too.
So it's good that they're releasing it, but still, like going back to what I said before, why did you wait so long, Samsung? Why was it delayed? Like, don't come up with the excuse of the chip shortage, because like you could have released it anyway in limited quantities.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely don't think that's a justified excuse. But I mean, it looks good, but we'll see how it performs and how many what what else is gonna be happening with it.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on across to the other side of the Android desert, because it's not a walled garden, so it's a desert. Um, so Google, apparently their like major erase feature, which everybody loved, and I think is a great idea, and it's really nice. That the one that like allows you to erase anything out of an image. Um, that feature apparently disappeared for some people, and Google is like, "Whoops, we fix in a coming update."
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows when that update will be?
Probably in 2 years from now, knowing Samsung.
Google.
Yeah. No, but knowing Android themselves is what I mean. Like, yeah.
I think they'll probably fix it in, like
Google.
within a couple months. I think, but still, it's kind of strange how like somebody just buys this phone and they're like, the only reason why I bought this is because of Magic Eraser, because my iPhone didn't have it, and then you go
Right.
to like do the Magic Eraser and it's not there, and they're like, what? What's going on? And it doesn't, like, it just isn't there.
Oh, yeah.
That's just funny. Like are you telling me I spent like $800 no $900 on a phone, and now I can't erase my my ex-girlfriend from the photo?
No lie, that's probably what I would do too, though. When is Apple gonna be giving us this as an actual thing and not like a third party app for it? I mean,
I don't know if Apple's ever gonna do it, to be honest. Like, they're not. Google is really into computational photography, like they always have been, and Apple kind of more recently has been doing a little bit more with that, like with portrait video, portrait mode, that kind of stuff. All like digital blurring and digital stuff. So it might come later on, maybe next iOS, or like a couple of iOS updates. They'll probably add that. Because I mean, Google's added it now, so Apple's probably like, ooh, that's a good idea.
right,
We can sell
right.
we can sell more iPhones that way.
Sure you
Google will sell
can.
less pixels.
Sure you can. Oh man. Um. Yeah, man. But let's hope that they do fix it because I actually, um, that was one of the features that caught my eye with the Google Pixel phones.
And also, I think something cool that makes their like erase features stand out from a lot of other like third party apps and stuff is how it's automatic and it suggests to you what you want to remove. Like if you've taken a picture in like a big city, like for example, I go to London and I take a picture in front of Big Ben, which right now is all covered up in scaffolding, but let's pretend it's not. I like take a picture with Big Ben, and then there's like a random photo bomber in the background, and then Google's like, "Do you want to remove this photo bomber from your thing?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do," and it just automatically removes it, and it looks like he was never there in the first place. So like, I think that's honestly really cool. Like Google and their AI is just like unmatched right now. Like Siri absolutely sucks compared to Google Assistant.
Yes. Yes, 10 times over. I love Siri, and I use her all the time, but she needs a lot of work. A lot of work.
For sure. Like the other day I was driving and I was listening to some music that it was like I just played a random artist or something that I wanted to listen to. And there was a song that came on and I was like, "Oh, this is a really good song. I want to add it to my playlist." Cuz I have like an Apple Music playlist and stuff like that I have to re-promote now. But I like told Siri, I was like, "Add this song to this playlist." And it's like, "I'm sorry, I can't find this playlist in your library." And I'm like, "Okay, I think I changed the name of it, but I'm pretty sure this is the right name." And so I said it again with the correct name. And it's like, "I'm sorry, I can't find this in your library." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" And then later on, I like parked the car and I checked my phone, and the playlist was exactly called what I said. Like, Siri, honestly, sometimes when it works, it's super super good. It's like, yes, you did it, Siri. But then like I'd say 7 times out of 10, it just does the stupidest thing. All right, so moving on to the last story we have for today, because we're kind of in a tech news drought and there's not much happening, and we've talked about very expensive things in this episode. We thought we'd top it off with the fact that Gucci made a limited edition Xbox X that cost $10,000. So if you're into that, if you're into Gucci, I'm not. I hate the design of Gucci. And I think it's overpriced. But they made an Xbox for gamers who have too much money, as Oscar Gonzalez clearly stated on CNET. So if you are in the market for an Xbox and you have like $10,000, congratulations to you, first of all. But like, if you really, 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 really want to, go for it. But I would recommend just to stick that $10,000 into something else. Just like buy a Mac Pro, or let's see what else can you buy with $10,000. You can't buy an iPhone with USB-C. We've already established that, unfortunately. You can buy 1/6 of a Bitcoin, I think, which might be a good investment. So yeah, so just don't buy this Xbox. Just go buy a standard one that's probably like $500 or something. I don't know how much it is.
Yeah, no, I listen. You can literally buy, like Benji said, an iMac, even a Windows computer. That's really good if you really wanted to. There is so much more that you can buy. Why would you want to buy a game console from Gucci?
Yeah, you can almost buy.
I mean, unless you're some kind of millionaire gamer girl, no.
You could buy almost two fully spec'd out MacBook Pros for me and Taylor. So that would be nice.
Yeah, please send me a MacBook Pro.
It's a better investment.
Or a 27-inch iMac. That would be awesome, dude.
Or even the 24-inch iMac.
I know.
You could buy 10 24-inch iMacs.
I know we're past that. Beautiful. I love the display on it. Just wanted to put that out there.
But it doesn't have an M1 processor.
Yeah, that was the only downside.
Wait till next year. Next year's gonna be way better.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
But yeah, honestly, the display on that thing is.
Yeah, if you're looking for a computer, That one's the one. Trust me. Believe me on that one. And if you don't, I have some pictures I'll be sharing on my next video, so go check that out.
I don't recommend buying it just because it doesn't have Apple Silicon. So
Yeah, true.
that's the only reason. Just don't buy it, Taylor. Like, contain yourself, please.
I don't know if I can. Anytime I walk into a Best Buy or even Apple Store, like I automatically need something. I am actually surprised that I contained myself as much as I did yesterday and didn't get anything. So
I'll just walk inside the Apple Store someday and I'll be like, I want another iPhone. One's not enough.
yeah,
I'm gonna go
exactly.
buy another iPhone 13, but this time I've got the 13 Pro Max in 1 TB just because I need 1 TB of storage on a phone.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Apple fanboy logic right there.
Right. That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Hardcore. Anyway, we're rambling at this point. We're trying to make this episode longer, but hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. If you want to see anything we talked about in a little bit more detail, we've got some news articles in the show notes or the description, so be sure to check that out. And don't forget to subscribe to our personal YouTube channels, BenObi Tech and TA Tech. We post some fire content on our channels. And also follow us on Twitter for more updates and random tweets that we like to post. Anyway, Taylor, are there any last words you have for this episode?
No, that's about it. Like Benji said, subscribe to our channels. We have a lot of great content coming. I'm currently in the process of trying to change a lot of stuff up to get more viewers and stuff and create a community. I'm actually hoping that and I keep saying this, but I'm going to try. I want to build up my Discord again, so hopefully we can do that and get some people on there. That'll be really awesome. I love talking to the tech community and just geeking out about the latest tech. So
awesome. Well, thank you all for listening or for watching or whatever you did. Appreciate you, and we will see you in the very next episode.
have a great day, guys.